morning and welcome to Qigong Live and Line. This is the beginners program. So today, if you watched the advanced one just before this, I did hypertension or high blood pressure. So to this one, we're going to do low blood pressure. So we're going to do both of them back to back in the same week. So then you can find them in the library. There'll be 109, I think they call 109. This will be. So low blood pressure is different. So high blood pressure is about the yang rising inside the body, and the low blood pressure is about nothing rising in the body. It's the opposite, of course. So there's a few things in traditional Chinese medicine that cause this, and we'll talk about each of them, and I'll write it all in the description about the details so you can work out which one's causing yours. Remember, low blood pressure is just a symptom of a problem, like same as high blood pressure. It's just a symptom of something that's happening inside the body, and that's the end effect. We'll talk about that. Yeah, let's bow into class first, and we'll talk about that. Roll back onto your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. Two thumbs together. Gong. Make a fist with your left hand, come with your right. Bring it towards your heart, and then down to your physical center. Very good. Now, if you haven't been to any of my classes or any of my lessons, there's lots of free lessons. You can have a look in the library. There's I think there's 109 at the moment. Beginners, 109 advanced as well. So you're very welcome. Have a look at some of the titles. You'll see some of the things I've covered. I've covered a lot of medical parts. But welcome to the class. So low blood pressure in Chinese medicine. So there can be about 4 different culprits, main culprits. There can be combinations of this. So you'll get it through spleen qi deficiency. Now, spleen qi is a particular energy in the body that uses the energy to help with the digestion of food. It's because the energy of the spleen and the medical Western function of the spleen and the energetic function different than how Chinese medicine sees it. So Chinese medicine with a spleen qi deficiency means that the body's not going to, it has struggled producing qi in blood, producing energy in blood, and because of the deficiency. So if you're deficient of blood, then you're going to be deficient of blood circulating through your body, and you have low blood pressure. Yep, nice and simple. The next one will be heart blood deficiency. The heart, of course, pumps the blood around the body, and the energy of the heart's not strong. Then it fails to pump the blood around, and if you don't have a lot of blood, then it's struggling pumping little blood around your body, and you'll get low blood pressure. You also get kidney yang depletion. We've talked about the hypertension. You've got too much yang in the body rising, and it's created from the liver, where you'll get the kidney yang depletion, and then it stops production of blood. It affects the circulation, the speed of the circulation, so it all affects each other. Yeah. You can get a combination. The last one would be qi and blood depletion. Now, how would you get both of those? You could get it from childbirth. From mum could get, because a lot of qi and blood goes out with the birth of a child, so you can get low blood pressure from that. You can get it from accidents or illnesses. When you're illness and the body's been depleted, you can get low blood pressure from that as well. And you can get it from chronic stress as well. So all of those things can create low blood pressure. There's a few other things that create it too. I'll write it in the description underneath it anyway. So the idea is, if you have low blood pressure, is to have a read of the different things and work out which one you've got, because it has a set of symptoms that come with it. Now, you might have a combination of one and the other. You might not just have one. You might be kidney yang depleted and spleen qi deficient as well. You could be both. That's creating it. So I don't know. But the symptoms, you'll see the symptoms. If you have those, then you'll work it out. On the forum, I'll write out the Chinese herbal formulas for you as well, that you can take, that are the classic formulas for this, that all of these different situations. And I'll talk a little bit about the idea of the dietary things that you can do, that will help it through the diet, to regulate the energy in your body. You need to calm the mind, get rid of the stress, overwork, going to bed late, staying up late, all these sort of things. Eat warm foods, don't eat cold foods, all of these things. I'll write them up for you. All of these things will affect the low blood pressure and give you low blood pressure anyway. So that enough said, so that's the overview of what it looks like, and then we're going to do some Qigong exercise to help to create more blood. We're going to do a spleen qi exercise. There's a couple of the classic ones that do this to produce more blood inside the body, and we'll do one for the heart blood, and we'll do one for the kidneys as well. How's that? So we'll give you 3 exercises, one for each of those, and that'll affect the qi and the blood depletion as well. So the first one we're going to do is spleen qi deficiency. So there's a classic exercise for this, and it's called rowing the boat in the middle of the lake. And I do it a lot, but we're going to use this particular exercise because these exercises do lots of different things. But today we're using this exercise to produce more spleen qi. And it's a classic exercise. So we start with your hands facing towards the ground. And you've got to lower yourself down. When you lower yourself down, keep your back straight and keep your bum tucked forward so you don't stick your bottom out. Lower yourself down. Yeah. Bring your hands to the front, and then you do a big circle. Comes to the back. You feel the stretch in your shoulders. Yep. And then it comes down the front and comes straight, and the arms come down the front. Now, the arms are not straight. There's slight bend in them. They come down the front, so they're relaxed, and you lower yourself down again. So when you lower yourself down, you go straight down, yeah? You straight down. Don't stick your bum, don't spin your bum, but keep straight down. Good. And then turn your palms right. And then the arms go backwards. Yep. They go backwards over the top. And you breathe in as it comes up. And breathe out as it goes down. So you're just stimulating the spleen to produce more energy. More spleen Qi. And then breathe out. It's a great exercise. Breathing in. And so your intention is, because your intention has energy, more intention is energy, you're sending a message inside your body into your spleen to help produce more Qi, but you're also sending the message into your body to produce more spleen's Qi, and it'll do it for you. Yeah? Our body's very clever. It listens to your thoughts. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Do one more time. Breathing in. And breathing out. Very cool. So next exercise we're going to do is we're going to go to a different system, different Qigong system. This is the Daoyin Zhang Fu Qigong system. And we're going to do the heart exercise from that system. So you put your hands on your heart. Now, you have your left hand on your heart with your right over the top for men. For women, you put your right hand on your heart with your left over the top. Yep. Now you're going to do circles. You're going to do circles, and I'm going to tell you, you actually go anti-clockwise, then clockwise, but I'll tell you which direction it is because it's complicated when you're watching a video. So you're going to go top, right, bottom, left. Now that's anti-clockwise if you're watching me. Top, and you need the same thing. So it goes from the top to the right, to the bottom, to the left, and that's the circles. And we're going to do 9 times circles, yeah? And you can either touch the skin, your shirt, if you want to, or you can do it outside of the shirt, so you're doing it outside. The intention is that you are sending energy from the palm of your hands into your heart, and it's stimulating the energy of your heart. It's stimulating the energy, helping the heart blood deficiency, strengthening the heart to pump the blood around your body. Very good. Good. And 9 times the other way. Now the other way is going top, left, bottom, right. Now this is clockwise now. So we do 9 times anti-clockwise, 9 times clockwise. And as I say, we're thinking in our mind, we're sending message into our mind to tonify the blood, tonify the heart, and help with the circulation of the blood in the body. Yep. So we can increase the blood pressure inside the body. And last one, 9. Then you're going to rest your hands on your heart, and you're going to do a thing called point respiration. And how you do that is you push your hands in, you push your hands into your heart, and you breathe out through your mouth, and you think of pushing out all the perverse Qi, or all the impurities of the heart energy out through your mouth. Yeah, and you go. Then when you relax your hands, you think of drawing all the good Qi back into your body. Good. And push and breathe out again. Then breathe in all the good, powerful energy into your heart. Push and breathe out. Relax, breathe in. One more time. Relax, breathe in. Very good. We're going to do the set 3 times. So we go from back again. So we're going to the top, right, bottom, left, 9 times. other way, top left, bottom right. And the circles are done both for males and females. When you do the hypertension one, it's the opposite for males and females. But when you're doing this, it's the same for both. The circles are done the same way, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Yeah, very cool. 8 and 9. Point respiration again. Feel a good energy that's flooding into your heart. Breathe out. Relax, breathe in. One more time. Push and breathe out. Relax, breathe in. Please be yawn. I'll tell you why I yawn, actually. It's an interesting concept. I'll give you an interesting concept of the human behavior, why I yawn doing this exercise. The theory is, this is a side note of descriptions of that low blood pressure, that when you go under the water, if people have ever dived or snorkeled, when you go down, you have to equalize. You blow your nose and your ears pop. And you have to change the pressure inside your body, and you do that by blowing your nose. And it changes pressure inside the body. And the deeper you go, you have to keep equalizing to keep changing the pressure. So you can go deeper and deeper. Well, there's another thing happens if you want to go higher and higher. And the same thing happens when you go to great altitude. But the change in consciousness, the change of consciousness happens when you yawn. And so when you yawn, it's like you compress, you change the frequency in the body to a higher frequency. So when you wake up in the morning, you come out of your dream state and you're dreaming and you're in a certain energetic level when you're dreaming. But when you come back into this world again, you come in and there could be a different level this world than was the other one. And you'll yawn and you'll go, wake up, and that pressurizes you and your consciousness back into this realm. Yep. And if you're depending on how many different realms you are low in your dream state, how many times you're going to yawn, because every time you yawn, you get a higher frequency till you're back into this one. Now, that's a great principle, and just think of that, hold that with the idea of the consciousness of that. And so the more you yawn, it's not necessarily being tired, it's what you're changing energetic conditions of your consciousness. Yep, and that's why you yawn, not because of anything else. So when you're super tired, you go into a really lower, denser level of consciousness because you're tired. So everything's not functioning the same because it's low. It's like if you have food that's, I wouldn't say not the best food for you, its vibration of that food's quite dense and it brings your vibration down. Yep, and you go to that. And then when you have something really good, you'll eat really good food and you yawn and it'll bring you back up again. It's an incredible function of what happens in the human psyche, how that happens. Yep, this is my theory, by the way. I'm not saying that's been scientifically proven, but I believe in my own experience that's what happens. You have a consciousness change. It elevates your consciousness every time you yawn. It's like going into a different level of consciousness. Very cool. So I understand that. Anyway, back to the low blood pressure. So the low blood pressure it's a symptom quite often caused from stress. One of the big symptoms is stress, and remember the stress is the problem. So the low blood pressure is the symptom, but the problem, how is that happening? What's creating it? And so if you take away the symptoms, you take away the cause, then the symptoms go away. Yep. And that's what the cause is, depending whether it's spleen Qi deficiency, kidney yang deficiency, heart blood deficiency, whichever one it is causing that. You take those away and all this goes away and blood pressure regulates itself by itself. You start producing more blood, circulate the blood, cleanly, purely, lots of more energy in the body. That's just logic that's all happened. Okay, so the last one, kidney yang deficiency. Now, there's lots of kidney exercises that you can do. I did a couple last week, but I'll do a particular one today that's really, really good for your kidneys. And yeah, we'll do a particular one. It's the best one to go to would be the kidney exercise in the 5-element Qigong. The kidney exercise in the 5-element Qigong is for the kidneys and the bladder because they're brother and sister. They're the yin and yang pair of the water element, and we're going to do that exercise here. So you can stand with your feet apart, and you're going to put one of your hands. I'm going to mirror you, so you're going to have your right hand out to the side, and we're going to turn to the left. Yep. So we're going to turn to the left, and as we do that, we're going to rotate our foot. The foot, we're going to stay double weighted, but you're going to rotate on that foot like that. But you're going to stay double weighted. This foot doesn't move. Just this one moves on the kidney point. You turn that way, and then it turns back, but there's no weight change. It stays double weighted, so you're turning on a weighted foot, so you feel the friction of your foot as you turn. The hand comes across the front and comes up, and then you turn the hand over, the palm is facing outwards, so I'm looking under my hand like that to the side, and the hand comes across the front and then down. So I turn my foot and my knee faces the other knee, comes up, I'm looking under my hand, and then it comes across the front that way. Yeah. Comes up that way. Now the back hand is resting on the kidney points at the back of my body, and I'll turn around and show you what I mean. Just keep doing the exercise, you can watch. So the hand is going directly across the lower back. Now, the point that the hand is touching is Ming Men, which is right in the middle. It's the kidney points, the back door of the lower dantian as well. And either side of Ming Men are the two outer kidney points. They're the two kidney points in the body from the bladder meridian. And so you've got your hand on both those points. You've got your points on all three of them, actually, the two outer bladder and the one in the middle, which is Ming Men. And your hand's resting on that. So when we're doing this exercise, we're connecting with the kidneys with the back hand, and we're moving the qi around from the front hand and tonifying the kidney. It tonifies the bladder, of course, well, of course, because it's a metal element, but we're focusing on the kidney energy to tonify the kidney energy, right? Nice and simple. So breathing in as it comes up, and we breathe out as it comes back. Stay double weighted, don't change the weight. Now, if you're doing this with bare feet on a wooden floor, you'll find this really hard on your feet. You might want to put socks on for this one, because you're turning on a weighted foot, so you're rotating your foot on and you've got weight on it, so there's a fair amount of pressure on the foot. Yep, very good. Then we'll try the other side. The hand comes down, the other one comes out. Yeah, and we do the same with the other leg now. Now we're turning our left foot and we turn it. Look underneath the hand, come across the front. It's like Pulp Fiction. It always reminds me of that when I do this exercise, of the dance sequence that when you do that, they were doing it like this, but we don't do it. You have your hand open. Yeah. Breathing in and then breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Great exercise for tonifying your kidneys. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in and out through your nose. The spleen exercise we did, rowing the boat in the middle of the legs, breathe in and out your nose. This one's breathing in and out your nose. But for the heart exercise, you breathe in and out the nose, except for when you do the point respiration. When you're pushing in, you go, you breathe out through the mouth. All the rest of it, you breathe in and out through your nose. Now, if you had a blood pressure cuff that you could read this, if you do this before these three exercises, and you do it after the exercises, you'll find your blood pressure changes. Yeah, you'll find you'll increase your blood pressure. You can feel it in the pulse too. Your pulse will change as well. If you're a pulse taker, you can take your pulse and you feel it will change before and after these exercises. And to know how many, because people ask me how many times do you do this if you have low blood pressure, depending on how low your blood pressure is. But the idea, if you're monitoring with a blood pressure cuff or a blood pressure machine, then you can work out how many you're going to do, and you'll write, okay, well, it gets to this high, and if I want to regulate it more, I've got to do a few more exercises, and you'll work out how many you need to do of each of them. And you'll work out what your system is, and then in time, as you regulate your low blood pressure, you won't have to need to do so many exercises. You won't have to need to do, that's interesting English, isn't it? You won't have to do so many exercises as you regulate your blood pressure. Cool. Very good. And if you take some of the herbal formulas that are listed in the description, it'll rectify all of it. And then all you have to do is don't overwork and go to bed early. Otherwise, those things will just stress you out. It'll produce it again and it'll come back again. Yeah. Don't eat too many cold foods. Eat nice warming foods. Eat good quality food. pretty logical. If you have good food, your body's going to have more energy. It's pretty simple, really. 3 keys to life, the simplicity of healthy life, yeah? One is you need to exercise your body because the body likes to be exercised. It likes to be healthy. It likes to get the energy moving. 2 is eat good food. And 3 is you need to sleep. Now, sleeping is super important. The body needs to renovate itself. What happens when you sleep, all these different functions happen when you sleep, and they've monitored that through research as well. Sleep is one of the most important things as a human we need to do, and it's probably the thing we get the least of. Many people I meet or I treat, they're actually just tired. And the body's not going to function when you're tired. It's logical. If you don't have any energy, if your battery's flat, the things just don't work well. But if you've got a full battery charge, everything's fine. It's just that simple. Sleep, eat good food, exercise. There you go. Bring your hand down. Simple as that. Can't be any more tricky than that. But for some reason, it seems to be tricky. But it's logical that that's going to make you healthy. Yeah, simple as that. Oh, and be round. Don't do anything that stresses you out. If it stresses you out, don't do it. Do something else. Pick happy, whatever it is. And I know that's not easy to happen in lots of situations in the world, but no matter what it is, find some place where your heart can be at peace somewhere. No matter what's going on the outside, just take inside your heart and just let your heart relax and just be at peace no matter what's happening outside. This is not necessarily your control, but it's how you react to it. It's the most important part. Anyway, have a beautiful day, everybody. Eh? Roll back onto your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. 2 thumbs together. Go. Make a fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Bring towards your heart. And for the new people to watch this video, I hope you enjoy that. If you have any questions, just write them in the comments and I'll get back to you and answer any questions you have on either high blood pressure or low blood pressure. You're very welcome. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.